You know what you'll need to have a very good day? You'll need coffee. Mm. Black Friday, black coffee, go together. What am I thinking? It's not Black Friday anymore. It's what I call Gray Saturday. Because you have Black Friday where and then everybody's in a haze from all the turkey and pie and everything and the sales and the running and the running and the running. And then Saturday you're just going, Anyway, my name is Michael, and today I'm going to be reading from the Gospel of Matthew. We're switching over to Matthew, chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. As Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and his brother Andrew, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. He said to them, "Come after me, and I will make you fishers of men." At once they left their nets and followed him. He walked along from there and saw two brothers, James, the son of Zebedee, and his brother John. They were in a boat with their father Zebedee, mending their nets. He called them, and immediately they left their boat and their father and followed him. Wow. So, no more doom and gloom, right? This is like imagine, I'm sitting here in like tending, working with your dad in the family business, or doing your daily job, doing what you know, and then just get up and leave it. Now, this is what I've learned from I was in a heavy metal hard rock band for years. And one thing that I know from playing original music on stage is that people like what they know. People would much rather listen to a cover band who plays other people's music than to listen to something new. People like what they know. People like to feel comfortable. And so to imagine that Jesus rolled up to these two sets of brothers and say, "Hey, come with me, I'm going to make you fishers of men," he had to be pretty inspiring, right? Now, I think this was written this way because that's what was most important. But I believe in the actual story and how lives actually occur, that something happened before. But it may have not necessarily happened. I don't think anything directly happened to Simon and Andrew. I don't think anything happened directly to James and John. I think they saw something in Jesus. Maybe Jesus was preaching, and then he turned, and so he didn't do anything directly to them. So that's why nothing was written. But he turns to them and is like, "Hey, come with me." And they were just like, "Dude, we gotta get more of that." I have this impression of Jesus that he was smart, yet spoke simply. He was a humble man. He loved. And for me, I think Jesus, he liked to laugh. Would you want to go and follow somebody that's all dour? No, people want to laugh. They want to smile. They want to feel invigorated. They want to be inspired, right? So I think that's why these two sets of brothers left their livelihood, left everything they knew, and followed Jesus. This is the very beginning, so they had no idea of how it was all going to end. And if they did, would they have gone? Which poses a very good question. So how's this going to change my Saturday? How's this going to change your Saturday? Reading this. Well, I will say this. We are all unique. We are all special. We all have a special place in this world. I've said it a million times. And you have a mission. You have a mission given to you by God. There are many who do not take up their mission. And there are many who do. And this world is a better place for it. We're entering the season of the holidays, and it's all about, giving gifts. And one of the things you learn early on about giving gifts is you learn how to give gifts. When you're a child, a lot of times it's rather classic for children to give things that they love to adults. So if they like cars or race cars, they'll give something with a race car or try to get, I read a story one time about how these children would give toys. They would give their favorite toys to their mother because that's what they really loved. And so as you get older, you learn to give gifts that other people would appreciate. But what does God do? God's kind of like that child. What does God give? He gives himself. He gives us salvation, which is something that we really need. He gives us hope and peace and joy, things that we want, but maybe he gives it to us in a way that we're not necessarily wanting it. We think hope and peace and joy look like picture on the wall X, but God reveals it to us in other ways. And that can be the challenging thing in following the Lord. But the fact of the matter is we all have mission. We all have a mission in God's church. A mission that will not be completed if we do not pick up our cross and take up our mission. And I know some are like, I take up my cross, dude. Jesus died on one of those. I don't want to take up my cross. I don't want to die. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to feel pain. I get it. But how much joy comes at that? How much joy do you get when you see someone you love opening something you got for them? You feel amazing. And even though it may not make sense, if you follow God's mission and you open your heart and you recklessly love as God calls us to, you'll find an immense amount of happiness and peace and joy. Even on the worst days of your life, even if you fall under persecution, if you completely surrender yourself to the Lord, you'll find that. It's funny because I was thinking about this earlier when I was on a drive this morning, and it's kind of like I go, like when I was a kid, I loved to swim. I was a huge water bug. I spent every day at the pool when I was a kid. Now it's like I go to get in the water and it's like, oh, it's cold, it's so cold. Oh. It takes me like a half an hour to get in the water. I remember the first time I went to the pool with my kids on vacation, it took me like a half an hour to get in the water. And once I got in the water and I got acclimated to the water, I was like, this is great. I was swimming around and I was having fun with my kids and everything was amazing. The next time I went to go swimming with my kids, I was like, shh, it's coming. And I just dove in. And that's what it is kind of like with God's mission for us. You can take years, decades. Barely, it's so different, it's so cold. Or you can get it going. Dive in head first. I'll be honest, I was not a dive in head first kind of guy when it came into following God's mission. And some days I still wonder if I'm following God's mission. I think I am. Maybe I'm not. Maybe mission changes from time to time, season to season. So, how is this going to change my Saturday? Well, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to be mindful of what's surrounding me and how God's trying to talk to me and try to hear that mission that He's calling me to this day. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that.